Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to play a little music for you today, and Hannah and Daniel are going to help us out, and they're going to show us what kind of things we probably shouldn't do when we're at a concert. See if you can spot them. So Hannah and Daniel were showing us that when we come to a concert, it's pretty rude to come in the middle of a song. Ideally, when you go to a concert, you want to be in your seat, ready for the performance to start before it starts. That means you have to use the bathroom and get a drink and do whatever else you need to do before you come in. If you do happen to come in late, you can wait in the hallway until you hear applause, which tells you that a song is over, and that's a really good time to come in. Thanks for helping us with that one, guys.
You're welcome.
Let's see if we can spot another one. Thanks, Hannah. So when we're at a concert, it can be pretty rude to yell out people's names and to wave and kind of holler when they're performing. It's okay to do that between songs, but during songs, we don't want to be distracting by waving our arms around and go, "Mom, Mom," or whoever you're yelling at. So thanks for that demonstration, Hannah. Let's keep going and see if you can see another thing that we probably shouldn't do when we're at a concert. So Hannah was showing us two things to be careful of when we're at concerts. The first time, she clapped in the wrong spot. And that can be a really difficult thing sometimes to know when to clap. So you really have to pay attention to cues from the performer or the conductor. Usually if you have a conductor, right? The conductor's standing in front, waving their arms. When their arms drop and they turn around, that's when you should clap. If they're still standing there and they're looking at the performers, but they're not looking at you, don't clap. If it's a single performer, like a piano player or someone who's playing an instrument, usually a piano player is going to get up from the piano and bow for you when they're finished. That's when you clap. Same thing with someone who's playing an instrument. Usually they'll put the instrument down, and if they're not already standing, they'll stand up, and that's when you clap. Hannah was also hooping and hollering. Concerts we go to, we don't usually hoot and holler at. It's okay if you're at a basketball game, right? We've talked about that before, but we like to refrain from the hooting and hollering. So then we went on into the second part of the song since I wasn't done, and at the end, Hannah booed. What was up with that? She thinks it's very funny. Booing is probably about the rudest thing you could do. Even if you didn't like the performance, it's okay if you don't like it, but we should still clap and acknowledge the fact that the performers worked really hard to prepare a concert for you. So it's okay if you don't like it, but we don't ever need to boo. Let's go on, see if you can find some more things that we shouldn't do. It's really hard not to laugh in the middle of that.
No.
So Hannah, once again, was creating some concert no-nos. Daniel decided that this wasn't what he wanted to do right now, so he's been replaced by the dog. Pretend it's a little boy. So, usually when you go to a concert, food and drink are not allowed, but if you happened to bring some in, eating it loudly during the middle of a song Not super cool. It was pretty loud and I was right in front of her, of course, but it's mostly distracting to our neighbors, aside from the fact that it can create a mess. And then, of course, talking to our neighbors in the middle of the song is equally as distracting and rude to the performers and the people around us who are trying to listen to the concert too. So save your eating and your conversations for after the performance, or if you really must, have a quick conversation between songs. We got a couple more. Let's see if you can find the next one. Thanks, baby. So a lot of times, especially parents who are coming to watch their own kids are probably going to have babies with them at a concert, and that's okay. We don't expect you to leave part of your family home, but maybe if you have a baby with you, one of the best things to do is sit on the end of an aisle close to an exit so that you're not having to climb over people if you need to leave, and that way you're also close to an exit so you can get there quickly. Generally, we try very hard not to leave the concert hall in the middle of a piece because it can be rude. So we try only to leave in cases of emergencies. So if your baby's crying, it's totally okay for you to get up and leave if you need to, or if there was a real emergency, like if you were a fireman and your pager went off. Leave, that's an emergency. All right, moving on. Let's see what else we got.
Jim, come on. She's done. We can go now.
So this might not be one that you are super familiar with, but leaving before a concert is finished is also kind of a concert faux pas. All the performers in the concert worked really hard and they all deserve to have an audience. So if at all possible, make sure you stay until the end, even if the person you came to watch was finished a little bit earlier than everybody else. Demonstrating for us that when we're at a concert, we need to sit on our bottoms in our chair, the way our chair is intended to be sat in. Standing up, getting in front of people who are behind us and getting all up in our neighbor's space or poking our friends. Super distracting. So let's try to avoid that concert faux pas.
Yeah.
The dreaded cell phone. So first she was trying to take a video. If you're taking a video at a concert, and you plan to, of course, try and sit somewhere where maybe you're not going to be distracting to the people around you, or especially the people behind you. If you've got someone in front of you doing this the whole time, how annoying, oh gosh. And then she tried to answer a phone call at the end. She did 2 for 1 there. So try and keep your phones in your pockets if you don't need them, but especially if you're taking a video, maybe this is better than this.
Sorry, I'm at a concert. I have to go. Bye.
So Hannah beat me to the answering the phone call earlier. She skipped forward in the plan. But remember to turn your cell phones off or on silent so that it doesn't ring in the middle of a concert. time through you didn't notice any concert faux pas because Hannah was trying really hard that time to be a super good audience member. Did you do it?
Yes.
Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.